Coming up on DU Sports.
Men's soccer climbs the national rankings, now in the top 5. The women's team drops a game. Did they also drop their ranking?
Fall golf comes to a close, swimming starts up, and basketball's not far behind.
And neither are we. Get ready. This is DU Sports.
Plain and simple.
Strong kick with the right leg into the box off the head of Williams, past the keeper and into the goal.
What's good and what's up? In the studio, I'm Bobby Hearn. He's John Miller.
It's that time of the year when things are about to get crazy.
Swine flu?
Oh, well, I mean, that too, but I was thinking like a lot of news, a lot of sports to cover.
Right, okay. Well, a good starting point would be the Drury men's soccer team, of course. Now, number 3 in the nation.
The team has started the year 13-0, their best start in program history.
I think it's just a great indication of how well we're doing this season. 13-0 to be third in the country is a pretty big accomplishment for us. But at the same time, we're still going to take every game one at a time, and hopefully we just keep winning.
This past weekend, the team beat Kentucky Wesleyan and Bellarmine, both by scores of 2-1.
They'll face their toughest challenge of the year this weekend against GLVC opponent and nationally ranked Northern Kentucky.
We've been gone a while, so we'll build to those results after showing off some highlights of the last home games.
Check it out.
The number 8 in the nation, Drury men's soccer team, putting its streak on the line against UMSL. First half, Steve Wojcicki boots it to David Imnett, but it's picked out of the air by UMSL keeper Tim Boroff. Physical game, Andrew Bordelon goes down here. Next, Ben Neighbors. 4 yellow cards total in the game, but all of them on Drury. Second half, Drury trying to break through with no luck. Crowd getting restless. Where's all the goals? Steve Wojcicki has the first answer. His 7th on the season. 2 minutes later, 58-minute mark, Micah Horton scores number 9 on the season for him. All right, late in the game, garbage time. We're not sure what this is. Perhaps an impromptu Michael Jackson tribute. Long live the king. Ben Taylor adds one more off the free kick. Drury 10-0, 7-0 in the conference. Stephen Connor with shutout number 8. The 10 wins tie the best start in school history. Drury men's soccer looking for their best start ever as they face off against Southern Indiana. Andrew Bordelon gets things started. Look at the footwork. Peter Higgins behind the back to Ben Taylor, who sets up Bordelon at the 16-minute mark. 1-0 Drury. Only about a minute later, Bordelon returns, this time from Micah Horton. Panthers pulling away. Then something rare happens. Goalkeeper Stephen Connor gets scored on. Ball just grazes over his fingers on a bouncing kick. First time that's happened since August 28th. Danny Collins up next. 3rd goal of the year for Danny at the 33rd minute mark. Taylor Stacey adds another one late. The 4-1 victory for Drury makes the 11-0 start the best ever in school history. The number 3 in the nation, Drury men's soccer team, taking on powerhouse number 12 NKU. Panthers start out on an 0-1 deficit after Braden Bishop's penalty kick finds the net, silencing the crowd. Minutes later, Micah Horton, looking for the quick fix, almost goes through the net. NKU keeper Michael Labrick makes the leaping save here, 5 of those on the day, but not this one. 78th minute, Steve Wojcicki. Wojcicki's so good he kicks it out of the picture and into the goal, his 11th this season, but 3 minutes later, NKU Stephen Biddy puts the Norse up 2-1 where the score would stay. The Panthers lose their first game of the season, now 13-1. As you saw in those highlights, a Drury shutout streak was snapped in the game against Southern Indiana.
But before we move on, let's take a closer look at the man inside the box.
All-American potential. In my opinion, he's a Division I caliber goalkeeper.
He's 6'2", 6'3". He's, you know, a big, strong guy, and yeah, he's not somebody you'd want to run into going in for a ball.
It's my house.
Stephen Connor is the starting goalkeeper for the Drury University men's soccer team. He has been successful ever since he began playing the sport 17 years ago. In high school, he was an all-state selection during both his junior and senior year for the Glendale Falcons, catching the eye of then head coach Alf Bilbao.
Just having a goalkeeper with his size coming at you is going to cause problems. It's going to make a forward hesitate.
But no one expected Connor or his team to do what they've done this year. Beginning August 30th, Connor started a streak. 25 days later, he set a record. He became the first Drury soccer player to go 8 consecutive games without a single goal scored against him. This year, he was the first player in any college division to achieve that feat. His team, the Drury Panthers, started the year 10-0, number 8 in the nation in Division II. But there's something else you should know about Connor's achievements.
How does that feel to you, knowing that you've done all this in your first year?
Feels great. I mean, I came in, expecting to play, but not just play at this extent and not to be as we are now. I didn't expect to set the record. I expect maybe next year or, if I ever did it, But I mean, to come in like this, it feels amazing.
There is perhaps no better word to describe Connor. His play, his size, then dominant.
Do you enjoy being that intimidating factor in the middle of the goal?
Love it. I think the best feeling is to know that kids are afraid to come into your box because, to put it as so many athletes have put it, it's my house. And, they want to come in the box, but they know if they come in there, I'm there, and the rest of the defense is there, and they can't get through us.
For most of the season, he has led the Great Lakes Valley Conference in 4 out of the 6 goalkeeper statistical categories, including a 91% save percentage. But his coaches believe it's the little things Connor does that separate him from the competition.
But Steven also, like I said, is very, very strong in the air. He takes 5 or 6 crosses out of the air a game that essentially with another keeper back there may be another 4 or 5 shots. But his transformation, in all honesty, has been his mental focus on the game, his ability to stay positive, communicate with his teammates, the mental aspects of the game that really can separate good physical athletes from the group.
But Connor believes it's the little things the team in front of him does that make the Panthers successful.
1, 2, 3.
Giving special praise to the 4 defenders in the backfield, Connor McClellan, Graham Bowden, Ben Taylor, and Blake Wilson.
I think each of them is almost perfectly suited to their positions, and they've adapted over the years and just gotten better and better, and all 4 of them just done a great job.
One of Connor's goals this season was to reach 10 consecutive shutouts, and on Sunday, October 4th, he was well on his way as Drury pulled away from Southern Indiana at home off 2 goals from senior Andrew Bordelon. But at the 22nd minute mark, on a high-bouncing ball that just cleared his reach, Stephen Connor was finally scored on. And just like that, after 33 days, from a ball that just grazed the top of his fingers, the streak was over. Connor didn't allow a goal the rest of the game. The more important story was that the Panthers improved to 13-0, the best start in school history, eventually reaching number 3 in the nation. Despite the minor setback, neither Connor nor the team's mission has changed, and he will continue to do what he does best, to be there whenever his teammates need him, to protect his house, to dominate for 90 minutes every game, en route to the real goal this season.
Hopefully a GLVC championship. I think that's my goal and the team's major goal this year is get that GLVC championship, get out there and get into the national tournament and show the nation that, we are a team and that we are a great team and we are a team to beat.